Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BC, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren all around the world watch this video. Hope you're having a great day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, rate that like button, just do all that good stuff, and leave a comment down below. We're gonna talk about a couple of things in this video, okay? But everything in this video that I'm gonna say, it pertains to one, Kell Brook, and the other being Amir Khan, okay? So we'll start with Kell Brook because it was announced and it was reported recently by a variety of news outlets, but the one I have in front of me is ringtv.com. So big shout out to ringtv.com for writing this article, basically saying that Kell Brook will be back on December 8th in Sheffield in his second fight in the 154-pound division, and he will be taking on none other than the world-renowned Michael Zerafa? Michael freaking Zerafa. Now, for those of you who don't remember, Michael Zerafa was that fighter 3 years ago that Peter Quillen fought, knocked him out in 5 rounds. He was ranked very, very low. Like I think he was ranked like 80 something in the world. He was not a top level opponent. In fact, he was a stripper. He wasn't even a full-time boxer. He was a stripper. And Peter Quillen disposed of the stripper in 5 rounds. And it was one of the most vicious, brutal knockouts of that year. And that's what Kell Brook is fighting now. And quite frankly, I'm gonna express my honest opinion here. I think this is a shambolic, a crock of crap, terrible, despicable, disgraceful matchmaking by Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. This is a step down from Sergey Rabchenko, and to say I'm disappointed, it would be a massive understatement. You know, I was expecting Kell Brook to be fighting at least somewhat of a credible opponent here, and we're not going to get that here against Michael Zerafa. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Michael Zerafa, he did fight Peter Quillen all those years ago. Got stopped in the 5th round, but Zerafa is a decent. You know, he's a solid Australian level fighter. Now, keep that in mind, Australian level. He's in his country. You know, he's probably the best his country has to offer in the 154-pound division. But you know, since that Peter Quillen fight, he's been on a winning streak. He's been fighting a list of just no-hopers and overmatched opposition, Australian opposition at that. He got one guy with 11 losses, another guy with 10 losses. You know, just basically no-hopers. And now this is the first meaningful fight he's had since the Peter Quillen fight. And quite frankly, this will be the 3rd meaningful fight of his career. Because his other meaningful fight before Quillen was against Arif Magomedov, who was a solid Russian prospect at the time. People had high hopes for him. He lost to guys like Luis Arias, and his career has kind of faded into obscurity. But he lost to him. That was the first meaningful fight he lost. Got destroyed by Peter Quillen. He's fought a bunch of no-hopers, and now he's fighting Kell Brook. So it's one of those fights with Kell Brook. You know, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you go in there and you beat Michael Zerafa, okay, well, kudos. You know, big pat on the back. Whoop-de-doo. You beat a stripper, an unranked stripper, former stripper. I don't know if he's still stripping, but former stripper. Okay, and you know, his run at 154 has been less than impressive. You know, it seems that you know he's putting all of his eggs into the Amir Khan basket, and that's just going to be a pain in the ass and a half. So he needs to focus on what he's going to do with 154, fighting the top guys 154, the Jarrett Hurds, Jaime Munguias, guys like that, and showing that he has talent. Because I'll be honest with you, you know, I'm really starting to lose faith in Kell Brook. I'm still a fan, but it seems like Eddie Hearn is reluctant to put him in there with anybody good at 154. Like, hold on. Like, the dude has talent. The dude has skills. Put him in a decent fight. Michael Zerafa is anything but a decent fight. So if you beat him, congrats. But if you lose, your career might as well just be over. So December 8th, that'll be happening in Sheffield at the Sheffield Arena. Not really excited about that one, but I'll watch it. I'll do my post-fight because it's Kell Brook. I like Kell Brook. So just want to speak my piece on that. And then transitioning, let's talk about Amir Khan, because this Amir Khan Kell Brook fight is a fight that, I'm not gonna lie, I've been talking about it for so long here on YouTube. Literally, I've been on YouTube covering boxing since 2015, and I am done. I've made so many damn videos about this potential fight that I'm just done with it because it is a crock. It is terrible. It is despicable. It is atrocious. It is every negative adjective that I can think of that Amir Khan continues to move the goalposts on fighting Kell Brook. Like, this is a big domestic level fight. Big in the UK. Not as big as it was 4 years ago, but still going to do good numbers if they have freaking signed the contract, get a date, venue, and TV network in place to fight each other. It's a big fight. And first, early on in Kell Brook's career, he was saying that he had to beat Matthew Hatton. Then after he says he had to beat Matthew Hatton, then he says he's got to win a world title. And then the list goes on and on and on, and he continues to move the goalposts as to when they'll fight him. So now he's saying he's trying to enforce this 10-pound rehydration clause, which I think is ridiculous because for one, when they do fight, they're not fighting for no titles. So why have a rehydration clause? It makes no sense. Usually rehydration clause, particularly when they're IBF rehydration clauses, they're for titles. There's no title in this fight. It's just a fight for pride. It's a rivalry fight. So what that says to me, when he wants to try to enforce a 10-pound rehydration clause on Kell Brook, when Kell Brook is already going to probably more than likely going to make the concessions to cut weight to get down to 147, so it's already bad enough that Kell Brook has to kill himself to make weight, but now you want to put a rehydration clause? That is a Bush League move from Amir Khan, and I have zero respect left for Amir Khan. Like zero. I used to be a massive fan of Amir Khan. He used to be one of my favorite fighters. But as time has went on, I'm beginning to see more and more that dude has a fraud mentality. Just a fraud mentality. And he's always trying to just move the goalposts on Kell Brook. Like, Kell Brook wants this fight. I believe Kell Brook will make this fight. Kell Brook's been the one taking the big fights recently. Fought Triple G, fought Earl Spence. Was unfortunate that he lost to them. But he wants this fight. He knows it's big for his career. Khan knows it's big for his career. And he knows that if he loses this fight, that his career is pretty much over for Amir Khan. So that's why he's trying to enforce this move, because he wants the weakest Kell Brook possible, which I think is just utterly Bush League. It's trash. And, straight up, man, make the freaking fight. 10 pounds. 10 pounds says that I don't want Kell Brook to weigh 155 or 156 because I don't want him to hit my little chin made out of glass. I'm Amir Khan. Straight up, just sign the freaking contract, fight the guy, because I'm tired of this crap. I'm serious. I'm tired of it. It's ridiculous that Amir Khan continues to do this. He continues to con the boxing fans. He continues to fight Phil Greco, fight Samuel Vargas, and he's not even trying to do anything at welterweight. He's not trying to fight Danny Garcia. He's not trying to fight Manny Pacquiao. He's not trying to fight any of those guys. And then the one guy that people want to see him fight is Kell Brook, and he's not making that fight because he wants to move the goalposts because he's too afraid to get hit on the hairs on his chin and go to sleep, just like he did against Prescott, just like he did against Danny Garcia, just like he did against Canelo when they knocked him the fuck out. Straight up, excuse my language, but when they knocked him the hell out, I'm getting animated. I'm sorry, I'm getting animated. I gotta control my tongue, but they knocked his ass out. And he don't want to experience that again. He cannot walk anywhere in England, in the streets of Bolton, Sheffield, London, Liverpool, wherever he wants to go. He will not be able to live down getting knocked out by Kell Brook. So he wants the weakest version of him in there. And I just don't respect him because for a fight that's been bubbling and bubbling and bubbling for so long, to the point now where it's the fight's been marinating for so long that it almost has no juice left. That it's just okay, they're just there, Back then, it was actually a fight to see who was one of the top welterweights in the division. Now it's a fight that we don't even know what the weight class is going to be, and it's just whatever at this point. It's a legacy fight, and it's to be treated as such. So if Kell Brook wants to rehydrate 10 pounds, let the man rehydrate 10 pounds. If you're that confident you can beat him, you were saying in all those interviews a couple years ago. That on Box Nation that, I can beat a one-arm tie behind my back. I did this in sparring. I put him in this in sparring. Then do it in the damn fight. Do it under the lights. Do it under the lights. I'm sick of it, man. I'm just sick of it. So I spoke my piece on Kell Brook fighting a stripper. I spoke my piece on Amir Khan once again moving the goalpost, trying to put a 10-pound rehydration clause in there. Utter trash. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Let me know in the comments any videos, news that I may have missed that you want to see covered in upcoming videos and stuff like that. Subscribe to True School Sports for boxing news and exclusive content. And like I say in every single video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. And that's Dania for South Florida. Rewind it back. And that's Dania in South Florida, if you didn't know. So if you didn't know, learn your geography. Until next time, take care, guys.